everybody. So this is my client's beautiful set after 4 weeks, and I'm so sad to see them go. I loved doing these so much. I did these for kind of for Halloween, just to like be neutral and like it would match all her outfits that she was going to be having for Halloween, but it reminded me like Hocus Pocus, but it was a really cute set. So for her fill, we are starting out by removing a little bit of the free edge tips because she wants to go back to ballerina. So I did that before removing any product because it just saves, even though it's just a little bit on the tip, it does save time on removing the old design. And this design started out very close to her natural nail because it was a lot of stuff, and I wanted to leave room for encapsulation because she does have thin fingers, so it can be really easy to make them look too bulky. So I'm removing all the product all the way down to her regular, or to like basically like if I just glued on the tip and painted on a really, really thin base coat. So I'm pushing back her cuticles, and now I am going to remove the remove the shine from the exposed nail, and also buff out any minor lifting and and also I left a little bit of the black hard gel onto her nail because I didn't want to hit too close with the ceramic bit that I had, and because obviously I don't want to burn her or anything. This bit would be a little bit softer. It's a sanding band, and it's at 4,000 RPMs. This is super sped up, so it's probably looking like I'm focusing too much on one spot on her nail, but I promise she is fine. I did not burn her. She is good. So I'm also cleaning up the nail plate of any dead skin, and that sanding band was going at about 4,000 RPMs. I'm now regaining or starting to form the new shape by bringing in the sidewalls and cleaning up the free edge. So I go sidewall, free edge, and also I make the product or whatever is left flush to the natural nail because you don't want any type of lifting to be on that nail. So just file it off. And now I'm doing a length check to make sure everything's nice and even, and I begin my cuticle work. But she never really has a lot of skin, so I don't even need to go in reverse mode. I'm just doing in forward direction, cleaning up the skin, and that's it. I just go straight into dehydrating and priming with my Mia Secret products. And I found that using a soft gel base prevents lifting. It really, really helps. I don't know why, but I just used to brush on a really thin hard gel as my base gel, but soft gel base, lifesaver. So I'm using Mia Secret blush Forma Gel, and I just need to cover her natural nail plate. I don't need to cover the entire nail in the pink because, like I said, she has thin fingers. It's easy to bulk up, and I need her nails thin for this design. So I'm putting it on the nail bed and just pulling it down. I'm curing each finger. Actually, no, I did 2 fingers at a time. Cure 60 seconds on low, so that way you don't burn her, because it's like taking it down to her natural nail. And I'm removing the tacky layer, and I'm gonna just file it, make sure everything's very smooth, because I'm gonna be doing to begin the design. I'm going to be doing a white French tip, but I need it to be encapsulated because we are going to be putting glitter onto the white parts. So but obviously we did not want glitter on the rest of the things that were going to go onto the nail. You'll see why in a little bit. So I'm starting the French tip, and while the gel polish is still wet, not cured, you don't cure it, just leave it wet, perfect that smile line as best you can. No pressure. No pressure at all, because that is really hard to do. So while the polish is still wet, I just drizzle over my sugar dust glitter over her nail because we were really excited to see how it would look, and we didn't want to wait. But my mistake though, with the pinky, I forgot to wipe off the tacky layer off of the base, the soft gel base that I used before I started the white gel polish. Use a clear soft gel base coat to fill in the cracks, because otherwise the white gel polish will bleed through the cracks. So after you put the base gel, cure for 60 seconds, wipe off the tacky layer, begin the white gel polish, because like I said, while the gel polish is still wet, that's when you're going to put your glitter. And if you get your glitter on anything else that's tacky, like the pink part of the nail, then and you cure it, then it's stuck there. So that's why I was wiping it off with the pink that you saw me do. So cure for 60 seconds, and then with a regular manicure brush or whatever brush you have, just dust off the excess. And also with glitter, I like to wipe off the sidewalls and the free edge. That way you don't bulk up the nail or round it out. You still have your shape. Keep all of the product on the nail, not on the sides of the nail, if that makes sense. So after that's cured and brushed off the excess, I paint on a really thin layer of hard gel just to make it sticky, but not a big glob, just like keep it sticky. And now I'm going to begin putting the foil, and now you can probably see why we didn't want the glitter to be done last, because we didn't want the glitter on the pink, we just wanted it on the white. So I'm putting this really, really beautiful copper toned foil on her smile line. And so for this particular design, the smile line does not have to be perfect, so don't stress about that, but just try to do it as best you can, because it doesn't hurt to keep it clean. But yeah, it was going to be hidden with that anyways. So then you cure that for 60 seconds, and then I brush on another clear layer of the hard gel. And at first we were going to fit as many leaves as we can over the foil, but she has very thin fingers, so she decided to just do one leaf on each finger in different spots. Cure for 60 seconds. And then I began the encapsulation, and this is why I needed her, I needed to start out thin, because you just don't want to bulk it up. I mean, you don't want thick nails. So, whatchamacallit? Sorry, I forgot. Okay, so yeah, so I put the big glob, I put a wet layer of the hard gel first, and then I get a big glob or a bigger bead, and then I just start making the apex, bring it, drag the clear coat down, but don't bulk up the free edge either. And I was wiping off the tacky layer, and I started to look at the nails from the side profile, and I saw that the pinky and the thumb did not have that a good apex. So I just went back and fixed that, cured it for 60 seconds, removed the tacky layer off of those two fingers, and then I started my filing. So and I don't really have a particular strategy or whatever when it comes to filing. I just do sidewall free edge, and I just find that if you apply the product, whether it's acrylic or hard gel, when you apply the product right where you need it, then it saves a lot of time on filing. And I feel that's very important, to focus a lot more on application rather than filing, because if you make it too thick, yes, it can be filed away, but how long is it really going to take you? And from experience, it took me a long time. So just focus more on your application, and it helps so much if you visualize what the nail needs to look like where you need the apex to be, and especially for the length that it is. Visualize the nail, and I promise it's so much better to get there. So at this point, I turned the client's hand towards her, so her palm is facing her, and that way I could see from her point of view what the free edge of the nail would look like when she looks at it. So that way you can make sure it's straight for her too, not just for you when you're looking down at her hands. And I do for her thumb, after I finish filing it, I just have her give me like a thumbs up, so her knuckles, or her palm is facing me, I guess, or her knuckles are facing me. So yeah, just make sure it's straight for her from her point of view too. And then with my sanding band, because it's soft enough by now, I go and I just clean up the cuticles, make sure they're nice and smooth and rounded out, clean up the side walls, just in case any hard gel leaked onto the skin, which you'll be able to see beforehand. But then I buff out her nails. I had her go rinse with paper towels and no soap. And now I am applying my gym glue. We put one stone in the center, a little bit bigger than the ones on the sides, and we just put two on each side. So And then I cured the gym glue for 60 seconds, and we just put on the ring fingers because we didn't want to do too much. So I am top coating with my, I think it's my Wildflowers no wipe top coat, which I love. And then cure for 60 seconds, and this is what we have after some cuticle oil. But she was in love with the set even from the time that we started sprinkling on the white glitter, or the iridescent glitter, sorry. And I don't know, it's just really beautiful. I might do it myself. Thank you for watching, guys.